Well, Kenny, I was going to immediately push right into my rant. However, we just received some news prior to airing. Um, Boxing legend Marvin Hagler passed away earlier this evening at 66. Uh, that's actually a pretty big loss in the boxing community. So, Kenny, you want to run down his record?
Uh, I wish I was prepared.
Yeah, so do I actually. I just meant it.
Luckily, I have a Google.
Don't we all, Kenny? Don't we all? However, few of us know how to actually use it.
Another small thing. Mm, fine. So, uh, as Wikipedia has been updated very quickly. So he has 67 total fights, 62 wins, 52 of them by KO, 3 losses, and 2 draws.
What a career.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he is a moment of silence from us. Rest in peace, Marvin Hagler.
Forever the Marvel. So,
However, so earlier this week, Pepe Le Pew got canceled. Why? Because Pepe Le Pew is a creepy motherfucker. That's why.
hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
there's that. Now, people sarcastically complained and bitched about the fact that a cartoon character is being canceled, and which the cartoon is being canceled because it's a bit of a component of rape culture. Like this motherfucker was stalking and constantly squeezing up on a cat without consent. Yes, when he painted his stripe black, the cat started doing the same thing. Does that make it any better? No, no, it doesn't. So, because he was equally creeped out afterwards. So, yeah, no, that doesn't fly either. Um, Now, as Luis put it to me, there are much bigger fish to fry as far as that subject of cancellation goes. Yes, there is. However, you have to start small first in order to plant the seed for something bigger. Case in point, Bill Cosby.
I had to
This
resist.
gener
I'm sorry, that cut you off. I had to resist the urge to do the voice.
Thank you.
Took,
Because
took a lot of me because when you said it, I definitely wanted to do the
oh
but
yeah, I know. Not the time or place right
I know. That's why I didn't do it.
now. Bill Cosby. Our generation at least
Stop.
would not have known that, he was a rapist because we were too busy complaining about how he constantly complained and bitch at us about pulling our pants up. So it took a Hannibal Buress joke for that to bust back wide open because this was an issue, years ago, but it pretty much got put to bed and, went quiet. However, Hannibal Buress busted back open. Initially, people were panning Hannibal Buress because of the joke. Like, he told the joke. The joke, like, seemed like it was in bad taste, but it was the truth. So once
Also,
people,
also, might I add, there was an episode of Comedians and Cars Getting Coffee where Seth Rogen was talking to Jerry Seinfeld, and he brought up the fact that he's with Hannibal, and he saw Bill Cosby. Hannibal was like, "Yeah, fuck that dude. He rapes women."
bingo, you
And
know what I'm
Seinfeld
saying?
was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, this is before the joke."
Yeah. So it's like it was like it was one of it was kind of like it was like R. Kelly. You know what
Don't
I'm
know if you
saying?
saw that episode or not, but
No, I didn't actually. So thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, it's like R. Kelly for years. Your man's got away with preying on teenage girls.
and as Keenan said in the Saturday Night Live sketch, I gave you feeling on your Bluetooth. Age ain't nothing but a number, and all the other clues.
But it took a couple of things with R. Kelly. Like it took another allegation, which led to people reminiscing about Dave Chappelle's "Piss on You" video, which essentially led to surviving R. Kelly. And that's how R. Kelly got put to bed. To finish off Bill Cosby, Hannibal Buress told that, joke that was at first perceived as bad taste, but as people actually opened up, it was like, wait a minute, Bill Cosby rapes women, and they finally figured it out. That's when he got put out the paint. Harvey Weinstein, the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
You have to chip shot to get the bigger fish. That's my point. So yeah, we're complaining about Pepe Le Pew today or this week, but hell, by next week we're going to be talking about Woody Allen because those doors are about to be blown open.
Louis C.K. as well.
What did Louis C.K. do now?
Oh, well, previously,
Oh,
not
yeah.
recent, not recent.
Well, yeah. He got caught up in the whole Me Too movement too. He was one of the people. Kevin Spacey was
Yeah,
another one.
Kevin Spacey.
There was one more too, but I forget. Luckily. So, but yeah, my point is you have to start small in order to, chip shot your way into the bigger fish that you want fried. Now, as far as, do I have the answers for how to get there? No. But I'll take what we can get, because it's eventually going to lead to somewhere. And it's going to eventually lead to enough people that are paying attention to one thing and that'll veer into a whole nother thing. And now we got more eyes on what's more important. But honestly, with all the pushback that I see, with people disagreeing upon the simplest fucking statements, it just makes me feel like this society doesn't really want to change for real. It just wants to look like it wants to change. Like, what I mean by that is that, like, case in point, these businesses, law enforcement, everybody has the powers that be have the powers to make things better. They just choose so not to. You know what I mean? So you have people constantly complaining and protesting and this, that, and the third, but they don't really want what they're claiming that they want, to be honest. Like, yeah, we want equality, but we just want equality for our race. If we keep it 100% funky, like I don't 100% believe that everyone in the black community is all in on the LGBTQIA community. And I think that is goddamn ridiculously ironic because this too is a group that, has dealt with oppression as well. Not for as long as we have. We hold the record for oppression. Okay, we get it, right? But then you have, that community and they're constantly, if not ridiculed, verbally, physically assaulted and or murdered, especially transgender people. Like you have the Jewish community who who went through the Holocaust, so they're certain disenfranchised people. Um, you have Asians with the internment camps. The only thing is that all these people got reparations and we didn't. That's why we're so goddamn sour. And it's like we should be the ones, giving, like, applauding the wins that other communities end up having because yeah, we want that, but we shouldn't want that for only us. We should want that for everybody. That's what equality for all really truly means, in my opinion. So if true equality for all is what you really want, you should be rooting for everybody that's also disenfranchised, not just your own community. And like there are people within your community that are also a part of other communities as well. And that's another important reason why you should be supporting these other communities and taking wins that they're taking as something of ours, because it kind of we're it kind of seems ridiculous to say, but we're kind of pioneers for progression in this country. So it's like, yo, let these other communities get their shine too. But yeah, I agree. Don't let them forget about us. That's for true. But let them have their wins, dog. However, it's Saturday. You know what that means. Live via satellite, it is Gorilla Gang Podcast. I'm Carlos Crawford. Alongside with me is my co-host, Kenny Whitaker. This week,
Damn, I'm gonna get the intellectual equal.
NFL history.
I'm gonna get the intellectual equal this week.
Hey, I just moved through the introductions quick. But
okay.
however,
all right.
This week,
crazy.
One of the biggest paydays in NFL history. I may have to fight somebody in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania this year. And hey, listen, you can still get dunked on by Patrick Ewing. But first, I like to harp on the theme of, I guess you could say, inequality. And I like to bring up this whole Oprah interview with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. So listen, that's not much of a surprise.
The royal family's racist? Oh my god.
My thing is, if you watch The Crown, you can kind of tell from the vibes that they're trying to avoid on the show that yeah, that's kind of their get down.
Yeah, they trying to avoid that racism stuff in the crown. The crown. I said the crown. Listen, which by the way, Crown, very good show.
Yes, but however, it even though it has the wild white person drama, it 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 burns slow, real slow.
Very slow.
No, it's slow as hell.
Like I'm surprised you watched it. That's slow.
It burns as slow as a blunt that you dip in honey and put in the freezer for an entire work shift. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm. That's
very
that's
slow
how
though.
that's how slow of a burn it is.
Honestly, man. Honestly, man, I don't know why people are so surprised about this thing. Like, come on, you gotta understand what culture we're talking about here. This is a culture that still believes in king and queens. You really think racism is not in this bloodline?
You want to know
Come on.
why I'm surprised? We are
Why?
the children of this country. Like this country is the child of Britain. What do you what do you expect?
Yeah,
You know
like,
what's going on in America?
right. Why do you think the cultures are so similar?
So
why
simple yet very
why do you
different.
think you can go to London and still get around and people understand English? Can't do that shit in Paris, in France. Can't do that shit in fucking Germany.
Yeah, yeah, no, I don't know. I
You
don't.
can you can go to London and be just fine and talk to people. They'll just say, "Oh, American accent," but they'll know you can understand them.
I mean, yeah. However, there's still racism in England.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not racism.
My
I'm
point here is that
I'm not saying there's racism. There's no racism in England. My point is this shit is similar. You should know that it's the same shit over there. Like, you know,
probably even worse. Like
probably even worse.
again, they're the OGs.
America is to Kobe as Britain is to Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just about. That's a pretty accurate comparison right there.
Everything we do, we learn from him. There is no us without him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So, like, I don't
Which is why
understand.
they got 6 rings in racism and we got 5.
Uh, yeah, it's like I don't understand why people are so like shocked and surprised about this because like just because she's a part of the royal family means she's going to be treated like she's a part of the royal family. No,
And this is
because you
the
still
part,
have black.
and this is the shit that trips me out about it. That makes it even worse. She has black. Like, if you look at the baby don't even it's not even that dark.
That baby is going to be, and I use this term loosely because it's a bit of derogatory word, but it's accurate. This baby's going to be an octoroon for all it's worth, and they're really wondering how dark this baby is going to come out, or this
Right.
baby.
I'm like,
What's your problem,
look at
bro?
look at him. Then look at me. Then look at them. Right.
That baby going to be high yellow as shit.
Right. The baby's gonna be damn near white. Like,
Yeah, like,
the baby gonna be looking like Paris Jackson.
bingo. There it is. There it is.
You
That's
understand?
all Archie gonna look like. Archie gonna look like Paris and Blanket.
Hello.
That's not
Hello.
bad. It's not bad at all. That still passes as white, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Regardless, like it
Paris,
shouldn't even matter.
Paris and Blanket are white.
You said what?
Paris and Blanket are white. Those are white children.
Just about.
Ain't no just about. Those are white children.
We only know that they got some black in them because we know that their father was black, a good 30, 40 years ago.
I mean, was he black when he had
Well, he grew up black.
He did grow up black and he became a white woman.
Yeah. Died a white woman.
Not the standard Michael Jackson. So I love Michael Jackson.
No, Kenny. That's ignorant. That's ignorant.
Man, whatever. That man, you cut up my wishing tree. Come on, land, play and dream. Look at these space man.
I'm gonna kill that shit, dog.
Up my wishing tree. Come on, everybody, let's ride the train.
But to wrap it up.
Come on, let's ride the train.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm trying to wrap the point.
Would you like to ride the train with me and start a magical journey? Yes, I will. Mr. Jefferson, you're so awesome. Mr. Jefferson. You better not take Mr. Jefferson with me. He's my best friend. Carmen pop out the window. Oh, look at this. Motherfucker, I knew it. You're trying to steal Mr. Jefferson from me. Mr. Jefferson, you said I was your best friend. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You certainly are not. I had to get that one off. But to wrap up my point, if that royal family could do what they did to Harry's mother, what makes you think they at least had some planned for Meghan Markle? And that's why they got the fuck out of there. Like, Harry's hip. Harry is hip. So he knew that he had to get him and his up out of there, because who knows what that family had in store for Meghan Markle. Because even when she was, working within that, family, she would come to them with, thoughts of suicide, and they just hit her with the, what you gotta do? So, yeah, they had to get up out of it, because they were just gonna let her kill herself, and which, not the move. Yeah. So they had to get up out of there.
And honestly, if you think about it, you think about who Harry's mother was. They already had like shit around Diana ready. Because Diana was like, yeah, nah, this shit ain't right.
And she's outspoken about the shit.
Yeah, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Only difference is because Diana died and Harry was so fucking young, they were able to kind of coax him a little bit because he wasn't as aware to the shit. But now that he's grown, he's like, yeah, I don't want the same fate to my mother to happen to my wife and die. Because that's exactly what the fuck would have happened if Meghan Markle was stuck in the shit and turned into another Diana.
Yep.
Because the media was already on her shit in England. Like, they talk about her every fucking day. The same way they did Diana.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the two parallels, and it's crazy how we're American, we follow so much with the fucking English culture, the royals. People are obsessed with the royals. I don't fucking know why, even in the whole other country. But if you look at the parallels that they were going through, it's the same shit Diana was going through. Yep. If not worse now, because
of the added element that she's part black.
Correct.
So it was not going to end well if they didn't act upon it. So
and honestly,
done.
That shit is not gonna die until Queen Elizabeth
Well,
and
at, at,
all the people in that shit until they
at
die.
this point, not even God Himself can save the Queen, because she she's done some she's done some things. You know what I'm saying? So we're at the point where it's like, all right, it it's getting a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it's getting very big.
She's
But
overwhelmed.
but at the end of the day, I'm thankful that her and Harry are out of that. Also, I want to give big shout out to Oprah for journalistic journalistic prowess. Because
Man,
these niggas, they were asking the question and Oprah was like, who is saying that in the royal family? You wasn't trying to get names. Oprah not playing. She's like, oh, we're gonna put him out there like now. Everybody's gonna see my
well, here's the thing, right? The more you interview people, oh hell yeah, we beat the shit out of the Maple Leafs. Let's fucking go. The more we I'm a Jets fan. But the more you interview people, the more better you become at interviewing people. Because not only do you gain the experience in asking the right questions to the right people, but you also get these people to, open up to you more because, you know, you can make them feel more comfortable around you with the questions that you're asking because you're asking all the right questions. You know how to ask the right questions. So it's just years and years and years of Oprah being so good at asking the right questions that it's just seamless to unconscious even to her at this point to where she's asking a simple question. It feels like she's just asking a simple ass question, but we are absolutely astounded by it every single time. And that is what makes an amazing journalist. And Oprah is the queen.
You know what I want to say about Oprah?
Mm.
What I want to do? You get exposed. You get exposed. You get exposed. All the world get exposed. Ah, that was it.
Yeah, excellent, excellent work by Oprah. Excellent work. However, pin count brought to you by Kiki and Co Desserts.
Kiki, hey, get your cupcake now. Don't stop it, cause I want some and I need some. Cause they bomb as hell, y'all ain't. I'm sorry.
I, I'm gonna discuss doing a collaboration cupcake flavor with Kiki. Use promo code Gorilla and get absolutely nothing because so
We don't got that kind of pool yet to get promo codes and shit. Just buy it.
however, I would recommend it.
Sick of this shit. Just buy this product.
Uh, oh yeah, she's making cookies now. So yeah, get on it. However, number one, Dak Prescott gets paid a shit ton of money. And I am absolutely amazed. Now, I don't remember the exact
4 years,
metrics.
$160 million,
I mean, you
60
barely
million guaranteed, something like that.
let me scroll through these Adam Schefter reports.
And they're also going to franchise tag them, which gives them an extra 40 million. And they can't franchise tag them.
Shut up, Kenny. I'm trying to give you the official. Oh, you're looking at it.
I'm not looking at it. I'm just going off the top of my head.
uh, yeah, nah, shut up.
Which the top of my head is pretty damn close to what the contract is. Kind of good. Yeah.
Terrible working journalism on our part.
You said what?
I said it's terrible journalism work on our part.
I'm not saying we're going to my part because I don't really care about Dallas. I'm taking my unbiased hat off for this. You should be thankful. You know
Look,
how hard it is for me to take my unbiased hat off with Dallas,
look.
and
All
you're
right.
asking me to do something really big.
So yeah. 6-year deal that voids to 4 years so as to help the Cowboys against the cap. At which, yeah, $164 million, which includes 66 million to sign and 75 million the first year, which is the most in NFL history as of right now. Because listen, who's to say that next year when this TV deal goes in and this salary cap balloons as opposed to the drop this year, somebody's getting paid a shit ton. And you know who I'm putting my money on, Kenny? You know who I'm putting my money on? You know who I'm putting my money on as the biggest contract in NFL history for next year?
Mm, not
Lamar Jackson. No, not right.
right.
Are you stupid? Fire in like 2 years. Get out of here.
Pay him again.
As a matter of fact, we should probably start drafting for quarterbacks too.
Hey,
We probably won't, but we should.
we'll get y'all pick number 6 for Calvin Ridley and y'all next 3 picks.
Don't no. Under any circumstance, do not get rid of Calvin Ridley. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
Calvin Ridley will get you Calvin Ridley and your next 3 first round picks. We'll get you pick number 6. And you
Please
can
don't.
get Trey Lance.
Jesus Christ, no. You wish
oh, I'm sorry. You want Trey Lance or you want Mac Jones? or Zach Wilson?
Give me Cal Trask. Give me Cal Trask. I'll take Cal Trask. give me. No, give me Cal.
Damn, this man took a lesser option.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'm more comfortable with Cal Trask.
Oh, I was getting ready to say. I saw something on Twitter for a second. I'm about to say, whoa, but it's fake.
Whoa. So now, on the other side of this one count, I do want to discuss this whole Texas, this University of Texas ordeal with their fight song. Not their official fight song, but like it's like a song they play often. So the Eyes of Texas, right, is an overtly racist song if you look at the lyrics. It uses a quote loosely used by Robert E. Lee, and it's just not a good look. However, Texas don't give a shit about how good things look. They give a shit about tradition. So the song is looking like it's going little to nowhere. However, my thing is that this song isn't even like its own real song. Like they first of all, they took the tune that I've been working on the railroad for this song. All right. Let's start there.
That is such a racist song.
Exactly. So that's the vibe we're starting off with.
And then, and I'm pretty sure what pisses it off and makes it worse, the university did an investigation on the song. There's nothing wrong with this song. There's nothing wrong with the song.
And that's exactly what happens. They did an investigation on it, and they came up with a conclusion. I mean, it's not, racist, but I mean, they don't have to stand for it. So it's like, all right, to put things into perspective, right? In the 1960s, Texas won 3 national championships. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is undisputed national championships because this is a time where roughly anybody with the best record in college football could have been considered the national champion. There was no national championship game per se. It was just all end of the season records. So, yeah, we don't even know if they're 100% undisputed champions, but 3 championships in the 1960s. However, after integration in the 70s, they have only won 1 national championship. Do you know what that national championship is, Kenny?
Let me guess. Vince Young,
Yes, the one Vince Young won for them,
who is black.
who, ironically enough, was a black quarterback. Yes.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Now, with that being said, I want to say that I read this tweet, or I was actually listening to the Right Times with Monty Jones, and he said that he read a tweet that said Texas, which wonders why it's not Oklahoma, goes full Ole Miss, which itself wonders why it's not Alabama. To put it into context, Ole Miss is racist as fuck. So racist, ladies and gentlemen, that they even have their own ESPN 30 for 30 documentary on the history of its racism.
Damn,
Yes.
which one was that?
Ghost of Mississippi.
I don't think I seen that one. Oh,
yes. Yes.
I think I missed that one, bro.
Ole Miss is the Texas song in question as a entire school. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ole Miss is racist, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they are, but I just did 30.
Now,
which is why it's fuck Eli Manning.
Now, see the joke, if you go deeper into joke in this, Texas, which wondered why it's not Oklahoma. First and foremost, Texas consistently gets their ass beat by Oklahoma.
Who's racist as fuck?
Oklahoma is racist, yes, but Oklahoma is willing to do business in order to win too. So it's like, yeah, yes, I'm repeatedly racist. However, I also like a good sports team, and I'm willing to, do better in order to win more championships. I'm mad at that, but I'm not mad at that. At any rate, so Alabama got the same notion. Bear Bryant was pretty much like, man, we're going to do it. We're going to do it big enough for us to live in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're bringing in big black players. That's one thing. And where exactly did I cut off at? Did I cut off?
You did cut off. You cut off at when they were saying we're gonna do it big enough to live in it. We're bringing in big black players.
Yes, they're bringing big black players. That's why you get the likes of Ozzie Newsome or so on and so forth that are like that love Bear Bryant because they gave them that opportunity. Nobody black was coming in. You want to put things into perspective? You take Ole Miss, right? And Alabama. Now, Ole Miss and Oklahoma. All right, this is the example. This is the example on the episode. Um, and you take their best players, like the best players that they ever had. So now I think it was Ole Miss and Alabama. So you take the best players that they have had, right? And then you take Mississippi. No, the example was Ole Miss and Mississippi State. So you take Ole Miss and Mississippi State's all-time players, right? And then you take the players that played in the state of Mississippi, but not Ole Miss and Mississippi State. That team is going to blow the doors off of Ole Miss and Mississippi State, as Bomani said. and when you think about it, when names such as Walter Payton and Jerry Rice, points may be made here. You know what I'm saying? Jackie Slater.
you got Eli Manning as a quarterback. That's right. It always goes back to fuck Eli Manning.
No, you just love a good Eli Manning slander. That's why. Eli Manning was not even mentioned until you mentioned Eli Manning, Kenny.
Eli Manning was mentioned when you mentioned Ole Miss.
You can mention Ole Miss and mention Patrick Willis. You can mention Ole Miss and mention DK Metcalf.
Fuck Eli Manning.
No, sir. That was uncalled for. Eli Manning did not even deserve to be shot at for this. He is not in this. Eli Manning is sitting at home like, what the fuck did I do?
Fuck Eli Manning. You cut off.
Yeah.
So, okay, I do back now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Meanwhile, Eli Manning at home like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I don't deserve this. Y'all are talking about black players. I love everyone.
Read my lips.
Yeah.
Fuck Eli Manning.
Yeah, that's next. We're not talking about Eli Manning right now. We're talking about Ole Miss. So, yeah, that team of players from Mississippi that didn't play for Ole Miss and Mississippi State are getting their asses whooped. And that goes to explain that state or the state's two biggest schools program as a whole. Again, Alabama and Oklahoma, they decided to play ball, and they've been winning countless national championships because of it. With that being said, since integration, Oklahoma has won 5 national championships. Alabama has won 9 national championships. And then on top of that, Texas has won their conference 7 times since the 70s. Mind you, this is conferences that were built around Texas. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, Tom Herman, he was previous coach for Texas. He sided with the players as opposed to with the coach, with the organization. I mean, with the directors. So he said, you know, they don't have to stand and sing the Eyes of Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. You know, I think we should care about the players more, especially the fact that we have black players, so on and so forth. Yeah, well, he got fired for that. Now it could have been there are other reasons why he could have been fired, but that was the reason why they fired him. Low key. So that being said, Steve Sarkisian, he's a new coach to Texas. And he said his first order of business is that, yeah, I'm making them stand for Eyes of Texas. So that's how long this whole dispute's been going on. We're talking about a good year or two now, maybe even longer. That's just how long it's been, you know, highlighted. So it's going to essentially cost Texas. Like Texas would rather be a traditional school that consistently gets their asses beat on a yearly basis than be a more progressive school, so they could, start winning more championships and gaining back their prestige, which I think is wild.
Yep. That shit, man. I told you. Ass and racist. And on top of it all, they just don't give a fuck
Well, yeah. Again, all goes back to my rant earlier. The powers that be having the power to make these changes. They just choose not to.
Yep. You ready to go to the third pin count?
That was only the first one. Number 2.
No, wait. How we go from Dak to fucking
all eyes on Texas, all within the realm of football. We're going by subject, these pin counts.
Oh, shit, I thought we were on number 2. Number
2. Reginald is moving in on my Nia, and I don't like that shit, Kenny. I don't like that shit at all.
Well,
that nigga got see me.
The same way that I say fuck Eli Manning, you should say fuck Reginald. No.
He gonna have to see me.
Oh, you don't like that? You don't like that?
I don't like that shit at all. I gotta give him the stink eye. You
don't like that he doing that R. Kelly song that we can't sing or mention?
You looking at my Janet?
He out here feeling Nia booty.
I will fight you. All right.
That's what he's doing.
Don't you dare. You take it back. Don't you bring that imagery up on this show, in my presence, in your mind, ever.
He's gonna do that thing, do it with his hands, gripping Nia Yeeks.
This match is our triple threat match.
Nigga, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't give a fuck about fighting for Nia's love. You're not gonna throw me in the match thing. You're just gonna beat my ass. Fuck that.
Oh, yes, I am.
Matter of fact, if you put me in the match, we're just gonna both jump Reginald. My fight is not with you.
No, that's fine.
So therefore,
you're all taking a chair shot though for that lot for that.
I don't care if you win, if I win the match or not. I'm gonna
help you back up after the chair shot, but
I'm just gonna make sure you get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Which is whooping his ass. If you hit me with a chair shot, best believe you're gonna take one back before the match is over.
That's fair.
But after I knock your ass,
you know why I gave you the chair shot. That's all.
But after I knock your ass out, with the chair shot, I'll be sure to push you on top of Reggie so you can get the win. Because I don't care if I win or lose this match, because I didn't need to be in the beginning.
I'm not going to be in it. I wasn't supposed to be in this match in the first place, but since I'm here, I'm going to wreak havoc.
Pretty much. Since you wanted to include a nigga, I'm just going to run shit and wreck shop. Since you want to do this, know that I was on your side, just giving you tackle and fuel. You want to put me in the fight, so now I got to give you a good one. A good clean one, just for your trouble.
This is first 5 minutes. I start directing traffic. You start beating Reginald up. I go and grab the chair. I clock your shit real quick. Then I just proceed to beat the shit out of Reginald. And then you get up. You're like, what the fuck?
No, like, I get up.
Like, oh, I bet I got something for your ass.
No, I get up. No,
for a good 10 minutes. You turn around. You like clock me with a chair. What the fuck is that for? I'm like, I'm like, what I do early? You clocked me with the chair. I'm like, oh yeah. We just turn around and start stomping on this thing again.
It's not even gonna be like that. I'm gonna get the chair shot. I'm gonna get back up. Not even gonna look at you. I'm just gonna keep proceeding to whoop Reginald on.
Act as if it didn't happen.
And right, just pretend it didn't happen. And then right when you get ready to try to finish the match off, boom! No, not yet, nigga.
Oh no!
You gotta take that shot first, nigga.
I'm setting up for sweet chin music and shit. You just sit there chilling and shit.
Right. I'm about to let you sit. As soon as you get ready to kick, boom. And then the commentators go, "Oh my God, what is this? He's turned on him."
Oh no! They turn around and clock Reginald shit real quick. Right. Just throw me over him.
Just throw you over and then walk out the ring.
Oh my word!
Like, don't fuck with me. And it's not gonna happen to the end of the match when the shit supposed to be over. I'm just gonna catch you a mean one, fuck up the whole sequence.
God damn.
Butcher the ending like the referee and Paul Heyman did in that last man standing match. Couldn't get the cuffs off.
Man.
That the ref fucking stopped. The nigga got the 8 and was like, stop counting. I was like, oh,
what a botch. What a botch.
Damn, this nigga Paul Heyman can't get the handcuffs off.
Botch Lesnar. Now, I'm trying to remember what else happened this week in wrestling. Adam Cole's on a tear.
Of course.
Finn Balor's still champion.
He shouldn't be.
Shotzi and Ember Moon are NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, beating Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. I love me some Shotzi Blackheart. If there's nobody I love more less than Nia, but probably just as much as Shotzi Blackheart.
Did Jade Cargill wrestle?
Not that I recall now.
They should at least show up.
However,
I like it.
I'm glad that you remind me of AEW because the MJF joining Inner Circle angle finally paid off.
Mm-hmm.
It was excellent. It was a good payoff too.
I told you.
Yeah, you did tell me. All right, because listen, I wasn't 100% in on it. I was like, I mean, I guess, but you know where we're going to go with this. Like we know that MJF going to take over Inner Circle, right? Right? Wrong. So they're having their little, town hall meeting. Sammy Guevara comes out. He goes, listen, I need you to look at this. Like, seriously, just look. So Sammy Guevara set up a camera in the Inner Circle's dressing room. And Santana, Ortiz, Hager, they are, grouped up. MJF comes in and he goes, yeah, tonight's the night. Yeah, tonight we finally turn on Jericho. You guys in? Then they all pound in. So Sammy, looks back at Jericho. He's like, so, yeah. So Jericho like, oh, yeah, it's like that. So MJF's like, I mean, I wanted to surprise you, but get him, right? So Santana, Ortiz, Hagar, they, start crowding Jericho. And then they turn around and side with Jericho. And they get ready to do MJF shit in. So MJF like, oh, wait. Just hear me out here. And the lights go out. Turns out MJF has an Inner Circle of his own. Consisting of FTR and Tully and Lance Archer. No, wait, that's not right. Sean Spears. That's who it was. Sean Spears.
And of course, Wardlow.
And War Dog. So, yeah, that man, it's like he knew that these motherfuckers were going to turn on him.
Mm-hmm.
So he already had a plan set up. That's excellent work. That's excellent storytelling right there. Because here I am thinking checkers, and these motherfuckers are playing chess.
And what have I been telling you for at least 6 months now? what I've been telling you for 6 months. While I'm watching AEW, if I'm watching any wrestling on Wednesday, I'm watching straight AEW. Cause nigga, this writing is fucking incredible.
Nah, I don't I don't remember most of NXT because I have terrible memory span, but NXT was excellent this week. It was good.
I'm sure it's always good, but
No.
storytelling is just
I'm
like
talking about.
AEW is like, oof.
I'm talking about like it was really, really good all around. The wrestling, the storylining, the all of it. It was good.
I
Like
seen Kyle O'Reilly came out, I
yeah,
guess, and he caused Adam Cole the title.
they were NXT was in their bag this week, bro. So I give them the hats off, but AEW just had the more eventful night. So hey, it is what it is. However, number 3, Miles Leonard. Name sound familiar?
Yeah, he was on there. He fucked up.
Boy, howdy did he. Well, for those who don't know, Miles Leonard is a
Miles Leonard is a forward center for the Miami Heat, seeing as Carlos has went out. And until he returns to explain you further, I'm just gonna let you know that Miles Leonard has said some very inappropriate things.
I did not hear what you said.
I was
However,
I was covering for you because you were out.
oh, thank you. Now, Miles Leonard, well, for the time being, because he's definitely not going to be by weekends in. I doubt it. Or if he hasn't been cut yet, he plays for the Miami Heat, whose owner was born in Tel Aviv. Put a pin
No.
on that. Well, Miles Leonard was on a game stream and he used a very derogatory word towards Jewish people,
which we will not say.
in the stream. Now, the word in particular, I'm not going to actually say the word.
Nope.
However, I will give you hints as to what the word is. Some may argue that it is the N word for Jews, and it starts with the letter K. What the fuck is his problem, bro?
I don't know what his problem is. He obviously ain't thinking shit out on.
Like, you know what bothers the shit out of me? The fact that people say some shit that they know good and fucking well that they are not supposed to be saying. And then when they gotta apologize and shit, they say that they had no idea what the word meant. But you know that you're not supposed to be saying it though, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it all comes back to, doing right. Like, you knows better. That's why, like, when people be fucking up, it tickles me sometimes because it's shit that could have been completely avoided. You just thought you could have gotten away with it. Feel me? So
yeah,
the fact that he used such a word and then like he paused for a moment and then continued on about it. like as if he knew he had fucked up or he had thought about what he said, but was like, "Fuck it," pretty much.
Like he
And
realized,
then
like, damn, did I just fuck up? Oh well, whatever.
exactly, and then it wasn't until his wife calls him to tell him what he's done.
Like, did you know what you just did?
Yes, pretty much. He is I gotta go help my wife, and then slides out of the stream. Like you can't say that you were hacked. You can't come up. You pretty much gotta wear that one because that's you on camera saying that word, right? So yeah, you so now you have to make the apology, right?
Yeah,
It's one thing to, say that I used the word, I, realized that it's a terrible word that I shouldn't even have my vocabulary. I'll
right.
do better to, completely get rid of that of my out of my vocabulary. I, will do more. I'm gonna learn more about the culture, like anything, whatever they ask you, they want you to, they feel you should be doing. You do that shit, like because at that point you're at that mercy of that entire community. Because let's say it's not just the Jewish community, right? Let's say if it was a whole nother community, like the Asian community, this would still apply. If it was the Black community, it would still apply. Like if it was a white dude saying the N word, same
Right.
situation, same situation. So this is some shit that we as Black people looked at and was like, oh, this motherfucker's in trouble because that's not a word that you just don't use that word.
Yeah, you gotta tell that thing, man. You let that word fly, and then don't expect the consequences. And then the problem is with this. This is my thing with. He's so privileged. You think that it's cool that he can get away with it? No, bro. It's not a thing. You can't get away from that. Like, you gotta wear that, like you said.
Well, again, that's why
It all goes back to your rant earlier.
you get situations like this because people think they can get away with it,
Yeah, but then
and
when
we're
the guy
starting to
hit him
get
that
to
they
an
can't get
era.
away with it, it's hilarious. Very much hilarious.
We're starting to get to an era where people want these people doing this shit to take full accountability for their motherfucking actions, whether it be a punishment or to be completely shunned from the public eye for as long as they live. And people, claim it's stupid and call it cancel culture, but again, I've said this in previous episodes. The mainline baseline of cancel culture is for these people to start taking accountability for their actions. However, there are oversensitive people that take offense to everything in life, that take things a step too far. So I be getting both sides of the fence. That's why when you know you see simple wins as like Pepe Le Pew getting canceled, I'm like, yeah, I get it. It makes sense. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I can't think of a terrible example. Uh, I guess you could say Kevin Hart for him saying about what he said about gay people in the past, and which he's apologized for it. Like people that do take accountability for their actions and they still get shunned. That's when I have a problem with cancel culture, because you have the likes of like Michael Vick, who's like a advocate for dogs now.
And Peter still gives him shit.
Not only Peter, dog people alike,
Mm-hmm.
right?
They give him shit.
Tim Hardaway. If you recall his comments on Dan Patrick's show years ago about the gay community, he's been, an advocate for the LGBTQIA community since then.
Manny
Like
Pacquiao.
these people, go on to do better, and you can't, still hate them for it. You know what I'm saying? Because they did what you wanted them to do in order for you to forgive them. And it's like, if you can't forgive them, then what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, very much correct.
Oh, on the other side of that third pin count,
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing. What was the story of that, Kenny?
Okay, so Patrick Ewing was in Madison Square Garden with George. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, he was getting stopped by people in Madison Square Garden, asking him for passes, asking him who he is. And Patrick Ewing decided to get spicy in the press conference. I wonder if we could play that on here without getting copyrighted. I don't know if we can do that. Be nice though. But 'cause I could definitely share my screen and play it. But yeah, so he decides to get on the press conference and pretty much upset about that. I don't know who he is in Madison Square Garden. He's like, I'm gonna have to call James Dolan and be like, hey man, is my number in the rafters or what in this building? How could you work in Madison Square Garden and not know who the hell I am?
Exactly. Like, show some goddamn respect, man. Like, my face is a coupon.
In which my response to that would probably be, well, they probably don't recognize you unless you got Scottie Pippen standing over you.
No. Because here's the thing, right? He is a Hall of Fame player whose jersey is in the rafters of that arena, which is an already famous arena enough. Then not only that, he is a head coach, a well-known head coach in college basketball. So how are you getting it twisted? So now I'm suspecting one of two things, right? Number one, they mistaken him for another, regular black person, which I find that impossible to believe as tall as that motherfucker is.
Mhm.
Or number two, did I black out?
No, you're here.
All right, cool. Number two, Dolan low key. He's low key doing something. I can't say what exactly, but it's a conspiracy with Dolan. That's the point there. And I am kind of just inclined to believe the former, for the simple fact that I have no evidence for the latter.
And it also could be like an age thing too, depending on how old the person is that was asking Patrick Ewing this question.
Well,
Like
this
if
is
it's like
why.
like if it's like somebody that's like 18, 19, they might not know.
Well, this is why these young ass whippersnappers need to learn their fucking history.
And he probably got, pictures all around the building. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure there's some photos of him with
Yeah,
John Starks in that building. You know what I'm saying? When
yeah.
he first walk in. I'm pretty sure.
Just look at the motherfucker and imagine a high top fucking fade. That's who that is. Let him in.
Yeah. And but Spike Lee had the same issue too, like a couple months back. Like Spike Lee going through his normal entrance, he coming to the garden through. Like I come to this is how I come in the garden.
What
Like
other motherfucker with Coke bottle glasses, a hat with the brim flipped up, wearing a blue bubble vest, can be mistaken for anyone else.
Right. And they don't let him in. He's like, what you mean? This is the way I come in. You know who I am? Like you do know that this is my entrance, right? Like
Doing this
this is
shit for years.
like I've been doing this before you were even working here. Like, bruh, like what do you mean? Like, oh, you're on top. You can't come in here. You don't telling me I can't come in the way I come in. You gonna try to make me go through the regular front?
Him banning Oak. Now,
Man,
granted, Oak got himself banned, but with Oak, it's
you don't
Oak.
ban
So you let him do whatever the fuck he wants.
you don't ban Charles.
Exactly. You let him do what he wants.
If this nigga ain't burn the building down, you don't ban Charles. And even if he did burn the building down, you had to rebuild it. If you keep him out for a couple months, you don't ban Charles Oakley. The same way you don't ban and not know who Patrick Ewing is in that building.
You tell Charles Oakley to lay low for a little while.
Right.
That's what you do.
You sneak Charles Oakley in somewhere hours before the game so niggas can't see him. That's what you do.
Final thoughts, Kenny?
I had something. Damn, I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I don't remember. It might come back to me after you say your word.
Groovy. All right. My final thought is this. And it comes back to my opening rant. Instead of like trying to push back with the cancel culture, I say you try to be the more reasonable part of it because you know you're right from wrong. So
Hopefully.
honestly, the question is, what side of history do you want to be on? Because in history, there are the winners and then there are the losers. And in cases relating to this, the winners would be, the likes of Martin Luther King, the likes of Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, so on and so forth. The losers would be the racists, the slave owners.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Now, it seems a bit obtuse to compare slave owning to, what's going on here. However, it's very, well, not very, but it's pretty on the money to compare racism to, what's going on. And it's all a matter of right from wrong. And if you know in your heart of hearts what's right and what's wrong, and people are telling you that, this is wrong, roll with it, man. It, you shouldn't have, the thing is that you shouldn't have to fight um the things in society that are changing for the better because you like things the way they were. When in the reality of it all, things can still be the way they were. It's just better now. It's just more politically correct, and people don't want to be politically correct, and that is an issue within itself because it's like, all right, you don't want to be politically correct, but it's kind of selective on how politically incorrect you want to be. It's a la carte. because you wouldn't like it if somebody was politically incorrect to you in a way that it was offensive to you. Case in point, if you're a you're a Latin person, and somebody calls you a word that you don't appreciate, maybe something having to do with your back's perspirating or your affinity for beans. That's politically incorrect. You don't want to hear that, do you? No. So we should be across the board with it. Should we? Now, uh, again, Lou brought up the argument of a like violent Marvin the Martian cartoons. Like, so this is violent. Should this also be canceled? In which my response was, I'll tell you what. If somebody absolutely crossed the line with you beyond reasoning, are you going to whoop their ass? Or are you going to fuck them? And which Lou's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, no. Follow me on this one. Because violence is warranted. You know what I'm saying? There is never, ever a reason why you deserve to be raped. Never. However, there are many reasons why you can get your ass handed to you. And that's why violence kind of gets you know, the many exception. Is all violence right? No. But is violence reasonable? Yes. So that's one thing. But yeah, that's all I got. Which side of history do you want to be
All right. My final thought, I remember, it's not as deep as yours. Where my stimmy at? I'm tired of seeing y'all niggas talk about your stimmy checks. I didn't get my stim check yet. I want it. I'm getting upset. I see all these people that probably owe me money talk about their stimulus checks. I want my stimmy. My name is Stimmy Neutron, and I haven't one yet.
Got the cash. I've been thinking about that all day long. I couldn't wait to say that line. I could not wait.
Stimmy, can't you see? I check my account and see nothing. And I just wonder where you're pending. So when I get that cash, I go start spending.
Just like I said, I deliver parts. So it's like I do a lot of driving. I got a lot of time to think. You know what I'm saying? So I also came up with if I need my stimulus to appear in my bank account magically, immediately, stim bada bim.
Stimmy turn.
Stimmy turn. I need that Stim Allen. You know what I mean? All the bricks, all of it. Yeah.
It's called me ASAP Stimmy. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. Sitting here waiting for stimulus. Where the hell is my stimulus check? Trying to buy me a new whip.
I'm trying to get that Ken Stimmy Jr.
Ken Stimmy Jr.
That smooth swing over. Give me that smooth swing.
Oh my God. Stimmy Bird.
Bring the fuck on.
Stimmy Miller. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I'm just trying to think of other players' names I could put in there.
Kenny, it's almost 11:30, and I want to eat the rest of my chicken Alfredo. Let's finish this up. Hold on. Wait. I'll give you 30 more seconds because I thought of two more.
Oh my God, Stimelo Anthony.
No. That's Stimmer for that, dog.
Oh my God, Stimmer for that. Hey yo, hey.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Stimelo Ball.
He's a Stimelo ball. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Stimmer for that. Oh my God, bro.
Stimbaland. Pick it.
Oh, here you go, Stimmy Elliott. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my God.
Bring it home, Kenny.
My name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Hendrik Solo, original owner of the Millennial Falcon. You know what comes after that? Play the Cantina jingle. God damn it, there is it's really on the season
24, 25.
Stimmy that? Okay. Boy, I like it when I lead into that. You be into that.
Joe Stimmy that. Joe Stimmy that.
Oh. Stimmy bag YO. Oh my goodness, man.
Stim money. All right.
Stimmy Mafia remix. Oh my gosh.
Little cheese, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ow, everything
Stimmy,
hurts right now.
here we go. Stimmy Ma.
It's Stimmy Ma.
AKA the last Black Jedi. You will give me all your stimulus check.
For each kid.
Oh my god. Oh, I got one more. A stim thug guy. Oh, a stim thug guy. Oh.
A check called Quest. I don't know. All right. I'm gonna run out of steam.
Stem C, baby. Smoke it how, poke it, keep that stem up in my cup.
Oh man, Fat Boy Stem.
Fat boy stem.
Right about now.
Oh my goodness. But
Ow, my chest hurts.
oh, oh man.
God damn.
Okay. AKA Mystical Swing Vodka. Oh my goodness. Special shit. You got special shit. Pussies on the pavement, fellas. Please don't shoot up. Please don't shoot. Shut up. Special shit.
Oh,
The hose hand. This is just a star. It's a star.
there we go. Now I remember.
Oh my goodness. AKA Nacho Man, I'm a savage. I'm not doing the voice. No,
Aw.
I'm tired. I can't give you that energy. I can give you the quotes. I'm not doing anything today.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, I got y'all next week, regardless of how tired
You
I am.
gotta do it not next week though. You gotta do it big.
Yeah, they're very sexual. They're very taut.
Very thought, yes.
Austin Powers, Faja.
Wait, it's Faja.
That is Faja.
Oh. Father. Father. Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach and Mr. Elvis Costello. What do you get when you fall in love?
Well, cranking that shit.
I'll never fall in love
Burt
again.
Bacharach was killing them scenes, boy. When Burt Bacharach got on that show, he made the best of it.
Man, what? No, man, what? AKA Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You won't get a whole rant, but you won't get a you people.
That's such good shit.
Such good shit. And I leave you with this one question. You people.
Think this is funny?
You think this shit funny? God damn it, you think this is funny?
All right.
Can I have another question?
No more questions.
Are you Hogan? Are you Hogan? Are you Hogan? Are you Hogan? Are you Hogan?
No. It's always when you do it out of random and I can't find the goddamn bell. Oh, there it is.
At this point, you should know though. Are you Hogan? Are you Hogan? Are you Hogan?
Well, now I'm expecting it every time now from here on out. Like,
you know why you should expect it? Because it's such good shit.
That's for true. All right, to bring it home, my name is Carlos Crawford, aka making a rumor that Kenny fucked Sonny when it was me that did it all along. It's Chin Music Charlie. It's Kenny that's seen Sunny Days. Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You say so,
AKA Thick Flair. Did you listen to Gorilla Gang last night? Pantry Boy did it again. AKA Snack Miller. My mind that wanders to places yonder and even farther when I'm sleepwalking. I'm Stephen Jobs around Peter Parker, a genius author that Jesus preaching just to feed his daughter and the weed to spark up. Yeah, he's a gonna fuck these prima donnas. I always wondered what happened 3,000 years ago. I like to toy with the idea that we really know. Is what I do important in the grand scheme of things? In my head, these dreams are dreamt. Trust me, we're kings. AKA Gelato Graham. I remember when I signed the biggest contract extension in sport history. 8 years, $65 million, and a pound of Acapulco gold. Those were good times. AKA the 8M Savant. These other podcasts are a dime a dozen, but not us, Kenny. Not us. That's the idiom. Dime a dozen. All right. And to bring it home, because I wasn't ready yet, I'm stalling. But it is what it is. Let me turn it up and let the people say. AKA Haystack West. Well, at least she's not dead. But she shot you, dumb bitch. Sheriff and Mama was here, she'd tell you to watch him out while slapping the shit out of you. Now, I'm not going to slap the shit out of you because I agree with you. Well, at least give the woman some credit. You can't hit blind shots. And from where she was.
Yes, sir. Fast from where I'm standing. Fire that bullet. Truly before you send it to the gallows.
Man, fuck y'all. Y'all can take more than half, but y'all ain't getting full for this one. Damn all that. Yeah, I reckon that's fair. See you in hell, Martinez. Damn you! I want another fair one with you! Okay, but let's hear her out, Sheriff. Shut up. No. Now get out of here before I change my mind. About the money, not the fair one. Fine. Come on, guys. Let's go pay for Horace a visit. Damn grasshead. Takes one to know one. Look, shut up. Stop acting so uptight. You may make some real friends out of us. Now, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 130.
Also, while we were doing all this, I thought of another name. Lil Stim.
Little stem.
Lil Stimmy.
Okay. I don't even know what that's a reference to.
Remember when our truth was doing Lil Jimmy?
Lil
Lil Stimmy. Quiet, Lil Stimmy. You can't let everybody know what's going on. Lil Stimmy. I hear you, Lil Stimmy.
Oh my god. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
You will make us and Lil Stimmy happy.
And we're off this.
We out. Say bye, Lil Stimmy.
Shut up.